Alright guys, back with another video today. We're up in the UP, up in the Upper Peninsula, and holy cow, we got a big beach to check today. Miles and miles of almost unsearched beaches. I got the wetsuit over here, and the water's super clear and super warm compared to what it usually is in Lake Superior. So yeah, we're gonna just walk down the beach, find a few good spots to swim, and see if we can find any agates or copper or anything else. It's gonna be a fun video, and let's go see what we can do. Abby, any words to the people?
No.
All right, here we go. All right, I think we're gonna find some agates today. Lake Superior, super clean water, no big current or no big waves coming in. This is a really hard spot to get to. Yeah, there's probably a lot of professional agate pickers out here, but it took an hour. It took an hour just with a Subaru to get out here, so for sure gonna be a lot of rocks. We'll get the wetsuit on, and look how clear that is. Oh my goodness. It's gonna be a good video today, guys. I got a full battery and 9 hours of filming, so let's find some agates. Say hi, Abby.
Hi.
Oh, that's cool. Wow, it's pretty good there.
Hey, babe, look at this. Not an agate, but... Oh, never mind.
There you go. That's cool. Let's go! Let's go! Holy cow! That's cool! Look at that. Oh, what is that? A quick bucket. That is so cool. Huh, I'm looking at that. I think I see our first agate. Right there, see that right? Oh, look at it! Look at that! Oh, it's so cool! Woo! Look at that. That's cool. My agate. Oh. Look at that! Oh my gosh, that's huge! Oh, look at that! That's so cool! My agate crystal! Woo! Look at that! This is cool. So cool. So cool. Oh yeah, for this. Oh, that's so cool. Very fun. Oh, look at that! Oh, that's so cool! Oh, no! Look at this, man! This is so cool for all good! Look at this! Woo. I just saw the legs. That's cool. Yeah, I have two films. That's really fucking cool. They're all galaxy colors. Oh, look at this. That's so cool. I'm not sure if the egg or not. And just see how cool look at it. Oh, look at that! So fucking cool and green! Oh, that's so fucking cool! Right there. Look at that! That's so cool! Look at that. That's so cool. Good rock garden. Good garden rock here. Look at that herb! Ho-ho!
Well, I hope you liked the last footage. New camera, so I think that was my first time using it up in Lake Superior. I think it went really well. I think it worked great. And yeah, we got some agates, some other type of rocks, and big new garden shed for myself here. So lots of construction going on here. But yeah, let's go look at some agates. And oh my goodness, at the end I got 2 real special agates to go look at. So yeah, stay to the end and let's see some agates. All right, so here's a few cool rocks with a few agates in there as well. I just picked up a book about the minerals of the Lake Superior region and a agate book, so not sure what all these rocks are. A few, I'll probably put the names up on the screen as I'm going through them. Right away, saw this really cool rock. Let's see this lake. Get a little better. Saw this really cool rock underwater. Had a lot of green in it. I think that might be feldspar with a little quartz nodules in there. It just looked really cool. I thought it'd be a really cool garden piece. This one is an agate. Yeah, it's just kind of filling up all the cracks of the host rock. Nothing too crazy for color. Really quartzy. Little geode pocket there. Super cool. I thought this was an agate when I first found it. It's not. It has no banding anywhere. It has a little red, but it could be jasper. But oh my goodness. At one time, this was a nice little geode. You can see some crystal structures inside there. Just another cool garden piece. I did give away a few agates. I think I mentioned that in the diving film to a few kids at a rock shop. We're looking for agates. So I got a little less than usual. All right, not sure what this is. Another one I'll have to look up. Just looked really cool. Had some white, had some reds. No agate lines. A few little green specks here and there. Yeah, just a cool one to look up. Here's another one. These look so cool underwater. So just grabbed a few. Here's a little agate. Has a mossy texture in the back. Maybe more agate than I thought. I don't know if you can see that with that light. Yeah, so this might be all agate actually. Just the banding's right in that little white section. The rest is going to be darker, mossier texture. Here's a really cool little peach color agate. That's cool. I think this is an agate. It looked like an agate when I found it underwater. Don't see any banding. It could be a jasper, some kind of other, maybe a mossy agate. Not too much bands or lines inside. Hard to tell. Might have to look at this one a little closer later. Just a little rough geode, or not geode, just a little rough agate. No real decent bands. Another cool piece. Not an agate or anything crazy. Just another one for the garden. This one has some crazy lines inside of it. Mostly quartz. I just love those. So I think this is a floater, but I just love those quartz or the agate lines throughout the quartz. I think this is gonna be a future polish piece. All right. I'm not sure. This don't. I see banding. I think this is an agate. There's banding right here. Some really fine banding, and then a bigger piece of banding. It could be a really oh, there's some lines here as well. A whole bunch of little lines. So this is a big agate. Okay. I mean, it's on host rock. Nothing too crazy. Another probably good garden piece. All right, for smaller agates, this is probably my favorite agate I found. Let's see if I can get you guys really close. So this one's really hard to see. It's super nice in person, but has a really cool green texture up close. Those lines right there. Yeah, it's too close. Oh, there we go. Those lines inside the agate, super green, like a mint green. I've never seen a mint green lines in an agate before, and some of the outer bands are as well. So yeah, really cool piece. I'm gonna put this one on the shelf just because the color itself is super different. And yeah, it's honestly my favorite agate I found up there in the smaller categories. I got 2 big agates now. Yeah, they're honestly, this is never thought I'd find anything like this. So let's bring them up here and see what we got. All right, so this is my first large agate. This is the first one I found. You saw it on camera, but I must have deleted it somehow out there. I'm kind of new to the camera still. I got a new Insta360 Ace 2 Pro. Still a little new to it, so I must have deleted more footage of me going over it outside. But anyways, this thing is huge. This is the first one I found that was large out there. I was swimming. I saw that red glow. I flipped it over. And look at this. I mean, I'm gonna pull the ruler out. I mean, it looks like 87-ish. I mean, pretty close to 8 if you wrap it to the top there. And it just keeps on going. Wow. I haven't even really looked close to this one yet, but so this whole nodule is agate. It's in basalt, which is unfortunate. Maybe in the future, have someone with a huge saw cut open this, either expose the agate or keep it as a really cool natural stand, kind of showing what agates are found in wild. I don't know. So, like I said, I haven't really gone over this one myself yet. I see some really cool darker textures in here and some, I'm not even sure, some white part of the agate. If I see anything really cool, maybe I'll take some pictures and add it. I mean, the whole thing is really cool, but otherwise, this is a true Lake Superior agate. There's no quartz in the center. This is all just pure agate, and this thing's freaking huge. And luckily, yes, I'm missing quite a bit up here, but this was the outer shell of the agate. That means this whole thing is a full agate. We're just missing the outer shell of the agate right here. So it's a pretty darn full agate. So maybe in the future, I'll get this thing open. I'm not going to do anything right now without any professional equipment and damage it. Start hacking away with a chisel and might break the agate in pieces, and do not want to do that. Otherwise, like I said, cut right here and make a really cool showcase piece, because it is huge. And you got so many nice colors inside there. Oh my goodness. Be super cool maybe in the future. I don't think I'll ever cut it, but if you cut that face and polish it, and it just show really well. Yeah, so right now it's just kind of sitting in my house and waiting to do something in the future. All right, now let's go to the agate that I and everyone else is probably waiting for. Okay, here it is. So I almost lost my mind when I found this underwater. Yes, it's in host rock basalt. Doesn't matter to me. That's the only reason this agate's still an agate. If it wasn't in that host rock, it'd been torn apart, and probably in the beach you find a little amethyst crystals and be like, what is that from? But this thing is huge. Like, oh my goodness, 9 inches all the way across on the lower, or the upper face. And we got super, let me move the light quick, super nice dark amethyst with a few of the faces broken, but a lot of nice clean, there's some water in there, some really nice clean lines and faces on those amethysts. And when I first found it, I was like, oh shoot, some dark quartz in there. But no, I brought it to the AE Seaman Mineral Museum in Michigan, which is the official Mineral Museum of Michigan, and they're telling me it's calcite crystals. So got one full one here, another one full here. I believe that one's full. It might be an impression, and then there's a tiny one up here which I believe is full as well. But this thing is just huge. And then we got most of it's going to be quartz throughout this up here. We got a few agate lines throughout, and there's banding all the way. So here's a really nice part of the banding. And then there's agate line all the way throughout here. If you look really closely, there are bands in that agate. In the back side, I gotta bring the light around. So a lot of people say it looks like a big piece of meat or something. Really cool. If you look, all those really small lines right here, those are fragmented membrane agates. It's uncommon, not super rare. I found quite a few pieces of it now. So it's uncommon, but on an agate this size, it just adds to the rarity. I mean, I've never seen amethyst in an agate this large. Even the people at AE Seaman Mineral Museum said they'd never seen anything quite like this. Nothing with amethyst that large in an agate, especially with calcite crystals. That's super rare too, of that size. There are smaller species or smaller specimens of agate with calcite, but this thing is just huge. This will forever be the pride of my collection. And yeah, I mean, I just can't stop looking at it. Some really cool lines up here. Let me focus. Some really cool lines up here. It's really hard to see. Oh my goodness, the amethyst. So you can find amethyst in the Lake Superior. Most of the time it's going to be up in Ontario. It's super rare to find it up in the UP of Michigan where I was. So that just adds to the rarity of the stone as well. This one forever will be in host rock. I'm never going to touch this one to try to get it out. It's just too fragile. The agate bend is way too thin down here. But I think I'm going to have someone professionally cut the base of it, maybe towards the back more so it stands upright. And then it'll forever be a really cool showcase piece. But yeah, I mean, this one's gained a lot of attention online, and not many people really have seen anything like this. I for sure haven't. I mean, I found small agate, I found small amethyst in agate before, but it's probably the size of a golf ball at most. And this is just huge. So yeah, let me know what you think of the agates I found in Lake Superior. And this is all found within 3 hours. So I'm gonna have to plan some more trips in the future up there, but yeah, so all this was found within 3 hours of just snorkeling on the shore. Water is super cold. Don't do it if you're not great at swimming. There are currents in Lake Superior. The water's super cold. If you're not a great swimmer, for sure, I'd be very careful out there. There's a lot of great risks. So swim at your own risk. I'm just gonna do I'll add a few pictures at the end as well, but I'm just gonna do some nice zooming in. Wow, some of those points are really defined in there. Some really nice points. And I'm going to take this under a microscope and take some closer looks. Take a closer look at some of those points and just make sure there's nothing else hidden inside those points. But oh my goodness, forever my favorite piece. I hope you like this video. I'm going to keep going out, find some more. It's starting to get chilly. I think it's 60 degrees here in Wisconsin right now. I'll probably end up buying a saw this winter so we can do some cutting of my geodes and my agates, and probably do some wader river winter agate hunting. So stay tuned, and yeah, let's leave a like, follow, and let's go find some more.